Okay, so the story today that I'll be telling you young boys and girls is the story of Green Hand Gerbert. Now, Gerbert was a young teenager just like you and I. He was filled with angst, with pain. Every night he would write in his diary,
"Dear diary, I'm tired of my dad spitting in my cereal. It tastes salty."
to express how much pain he felt on a constant daily basis. Thankfully, Gerbert had a girlfriend. Her name was Gerbina. They were cousins. One day, both of them were walking to school. First, they slept together in the basement, by the way. They got up from their sleeping place and were getting ready for school when the alarms in the city went off. They said,
"Hey, there's some radiation. Get out."
and they knew that they had to get out of there. Sadly, some of the radiation began to leak in through the basement. Gerbert's hand turned green and bulgy and gross, and his girlfriend was like, "Ew, stank." And so he was really upset. They had to stay in their basement because the outside world wasn't safe anymore, but eventually, they heard a knock at the door. His name was Folonko. Folonko was a foreign man, and Folonko said to them, because he said this, they decided to keep him as a slave. Folonko was forced to work the land, but eventually he realized that he could use Gerbert's insecurities about his green hand to overthrow the social order and claim control for the proletariat. He whispered to Gerbert as he slept, saying,
"I'm really upset about that."
This seeped at his insecurities that he wasn't good enough for Gerbina, and eventually drove him to madness. One night, in a fit of rage, he strangled Gerbina with his thick, juicy green hand, and Gerbina was lost to this world. Gerbert immediately felt regret, pain. He yelled out in defiant cry against the gods themselves.
Ah, crap.
He peed himself, and he ran to the bathroom to relieve himself some more. Folonko saw this as his chance and armed himself with his favorite weapon. He marched into the bathroom, drew his mighty weapon of war, and butchered Gerbert. But in one last defiant cry, Gerbert grabbed his hand with his green hand, thus turning that hand green as well. The last thing Folonko ever said was,
"Motherfucker."
"Alright, that's it."